Hi FlossTube friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Chris and we're here with our second Flossmas Parade of the month. Last week we did a previous finishes parade. Today we're going to look at all of the kits that I have in my stash. I did do a video last year showing my kits, so some of these you may have seen before if you watched that video, but I've added quite a few new ones to the collection. So just like last time, I'm going to keep a tally down below here as I show them, so we can sort of see when I'm done how many kits I actually have in my stash. So let's get started. I'm going to start with these smaller kits that I happen to have. So I have a couple of Mill Hills waiting to be done. So this one is Santa with Cardinal. And again, typical Mill Hill, comes with all the threads, all the beads that you need, perforated paper. I'm considering stitching this on fabric and finishing it into sort of like a stuffed padded ornament, but I'm not sure yet. I'll see when I do get to it if that's what I do. I've never stitched a Mill Hill on fabric and I kind of wanted to try that, so that's that one. And then I have another one in this Jim Shore Santa series. So this is Best Friend Santa. I like that one. And then I have a few Elisa kits. And yeah, these are not in English, so I'm not sure of the actual name of these. But I really like, I like this image. I like the feeling that it evokes, like you're standing on a veranda looking out with this great view onto a body of water. Just thought it was pretty. This is another one by them. This is a series. I think there's 4 in this series, like with this autumn. It's like Autumn in the City, I think might be the name of the series. So this is a couple strolling through a park, and I think there's one of like a city street, that type of thing, all in these autumn colors. That was pretty. This is an older Busilla kit that I got from a stash unloading type site. Just thought that was a sweet little house. And then this I think of as a companion piece to my stocking. It's by the same artist, Donna Race. Similar type of horse. So this is a petite, and this also came from a stash unloading site because this is an out of print kit. Those are all of my smaller kits. So now I'm going to show you some of my non-dimensions kits that I happen to have. This is a kit sent to me. This was sent to me by my friend Holly. She knows that I like stitching horses, and this was a kit she had in her collection that she wasn't sure if she was going to do it. It's based on this artwork. So Whistle Jacket, I believe, is the name of the stallion, and the artist, his last name is Stubbs. Sorry, I have the information on the back of here, but yeah, that's basically it. And Holly had suggested if she was going to stitch it, or at the time when she was thinking about stitching it, this background is all stitched. And that's a lot of gold to stitch. So she had thought about just putting it on a piece of hand-dyed fabric. And I do have a piece of fabric that I think is like almost looks like this color that I might consider stitching it on, but we'll see. So he's waiting to be done. This was a kit gifted to me by my friend Dina from Half Stitch Cross Stitch, that she had got these in a big batch of stuff from I can't remember if it was just somebody that was destashing or if it was kind of like an estate type thing, but Spirit of the Horse. This also came from Dina in that bundle, the Arabian. I've never done one of these weekenders. I'm assuming that means you can do it in a couple of days. This is one I just got recently on a freebie table at a retreat. Shadow cats. I just like the contrast of the night sky behind them and the white cats. Thought that was kind of cool. Another gift from Dina. Unicorn Mystique. My friend Shannon is stitching this. Now I'm not sure, Shannon, have you finished it yet? But it just looks really stunning. The colors are just beautiful. And it's also from my friend Dina. She saved all the horse ones for me. Elsa Williams. This is Chestnut, Samara Foal. This is Owl. Have you seen him? I think I've seen one person stitch this. I just thought it's stunning. Like, it's on the black Ada. And I have a spot over my TV that I think he would just look really cool hanging up there. So look forward to getting him started. This is the Riolas kit. Gentle Lilac. It is with floss, not the acrylic yarn type, wool type stuff that some of their kits are in. I just thought those were really pretty colors. I love even how the vase looks down here. It's the Bothy Threads Christmas Donkey. So fun. It's got the Ada has the speckles on it there. Okay, so those are all of the non-dimensions, other than the one petite was the dimensions. So now we're going to get into the dimensions kits. So this is one of my newer purchases. This is from a D-Stash site. This is Summer's End. I just thought the colors in that were so pretty. And I knew there was the winter one of this, which is still in print. This one, as far as I know, is no longer in print, and it's really hard to find. And when it came up in this D-Stash site, I was like, yeah, I think I have to get that because I might never see it again. I think it is just beautiful. So that's Summer's End. And then this is the companion piece. So this is Woodland Winter. So there's the two of them. So this, you see the two of them together? Yeah. So this, you can see the plastic is yellowed. So the seller had it discounted quite a bit. Like, cause this one you can still buy. Like I've seen on Amazon. But everything inside is fine. Like the fabric, I know it looks yellow down here, but that's just on the plastic. I opened it up and checked. The fabric is all completely white, or I can easily switch out the fabric if I want. But I just really like this. And I have seen this stitched up. I remember one time our local fall fair, I went to see if there was any cross stitch, and there were a few pieces, but this is one of them, and it was just stunning, all stitched up and framed. So look forward to having those done someday. This is another recent purchase from that same seller, actually. Mare Foal. This one has been on my wish list for a while. Again, kind of hard to find, or hard to find for a fair price. And her prices were very good. So, looking forward to that one. This one is Galloping Horses. Again, another hard to find that I got from a woman in the US. She was de-stashing a ton of kits that she had. So this is one of the ones she had in her collection that she was willing to let go. That's pretty. This one is probably one of my favorites, Horses by a Stream. This was a gift from my husband for my birthday this year. Purchased off of eBay. Again, for a decent price. There were quite a number of them. For some reason, a bunch of them seemed to come up on eBay at the same time, but a lot of them, they were asking really high prices, like over $100. And this seller that I purchased mine from, theirs was probably, I think it was the lowest price, probably. Brand new kit, unopened. But still a little bit more than I really wanted to pay for it. So I thought, what have I got to lose? And I just reached out to them and said, would you be willing to take? And I think I gave them a value that I was a little more comfortable with. And they messaged me back and said, sure, you know, I'm happy to sell it to somebody that wants to stitch it. So, so yeah, never be afraid, I guess, to do that. If there's something on eBay that you're really interested in, but, you know, the seller's asking more than you want, you can always reach out and see if they would be willing to negotiate or come down in the price a little bit. So, so this came also from that really nice lady in the U.S. who was destashing a bunch of kits. This is a Gold Nuggets kit. This is Noel Santa. And it comes with that fabric that's in behind. I haven't opened it to look at how all that works, but there's some gold beads in there, I think in the flowers maybe. So yeah, I just really love that art style and think that's really pretty. She also had the companion piece, which is Angel of Peace. So the same, oops. So the two of them go together. Just one that makes me happy. Summer cottage, pretty colors. Love the scene. Lots of blue and green. The dogs playing in the creek. If anybody owns a golden retriever, you know that's probably where they'll be, in the water. So that one's gonna be nice. This is by the same artist, so that's Fred Swan that did that artwork. So this is also a Fred Swan. This is Winter's Hush. This is one you see fairly often, especially around Christmas time. So that one's really pretty as well. I guess the two little dogs. There's a cat over here on the railing. Really pretty scene. A few more left. This is Winter Cabin. This is one that is still available. I see it on Amazon quite a bit. I actually purchased mine off Amazon and I got it for a really good price. I think I paid like $16 Canadian for it. But I just love the lights in that, like how the lights are reflecting in the stream and the sky as the sun's going down. Really pretty. This is just a regular dimensions kit. This is called Peking Pups. Just think that's sweet. My brother used to have a couple of English Springer Spaniels. I know it's a lot of black and shades of gray, but my white horse that I'm stitching is the same way, and I actually really enjoy it. So, and yeah, like a lot of this, I'm assuming is not stitched, all this white. So. This is In Harmony. I bought this through an Etsy seller. Again, I like the looks on the faces. I don't know, are those wolves or coyotes? I'm not even sure. I'm going to call them wolves. This is also one I bought through a D-stash called Seaside Cottages. Just really like the colors. Thought it'd be fun to stitch all those different houses. Lots of backstitch, but that's okay. And the final one is also just a regular dimensions, not a gold, that again I bought through a D-stash site. Holiday Welcome wreath. And I think I'm probably gonna stitch it as Welcome Friends, or I had considered just stitching it and stopping there and just have Welcome above. But we'll see. Yeah, I just really liked all the birds. So that is all of my kits. So you guys can see the total. I haven't counted them as I've done them. I'll add them up, I guess, as I add it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the second of 4 Flossmas Parades. If you missed the one last week, you can go back and check it out if you want. And then next week, we're going to look at some projects I have kitted up, ready to go. Again, not as many of those. That might be a shorter, quicker video. But yeah, until then, take care, everybody. Happy December. See you soon.